Alright, hello everyone and welcome! Hello, happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, September 16th, 2015. I am Darkside Phil and welcome to my stream. I appreciate it. And today we are going back to Super Mario Maker. Yes, for the third time in a week. I know. You know, originally when I got Super Mario Maker, I had no idea if people would like it, if it would be something that would be entertaining for a viewing audience. I certainly thought that messing around and, you know, making your own levels and doing stuff like that would certainly be something that would be entertaining for me. But I had no clue if this was going to actually translate into something that people would want to see me do. And boy, was I surprised. This Super Mario Maker, quite honestly, has been one of the most popular things I've done this month. In fact, if you actually compare it, the only thing that really had more popularity so far in September was when Metal Gear Solid 5 first released. Those first few streams were pretty popular. But here we are in mid-September, and playing Super Mario Maker has been very fun. Mostly because it's not just about making your own levels, although that certainly is the main focus of, you know, the game itself. There's so much else to do. You can play other people's levels. You can do the 10 Mario Challenge, the 100 Mario Challenge. And the only complaint that I have about the game is the same complaint that I had on launch day, is that everything is not available on day one, which makes no sense whatsoever. If you go and you buy any other program on the planet, Photoshop, right? Adobe Premiere, Microsoft Word, hell, even Little Big Planet, which is a similar kind of game, the content is available, you know, on day one. Now, in Little Big Planet, it's a little different because there's a campaign to play through. And as you play through the campaign, you actually unlock more things to use in the level creator, so it gives you incentive to play the campaign. In this game, there is no campaign, so the fact that there's locked content just makes zero sense. And FYI, for those who want to know, there was supposed to be a patch on Friday that was going to make the content unlock quicker, because originally the way it was going to work was you have to wait 9 full days for everything in Super Mario Maker to unlock and be able to be used in the level creator. They patched this on Friday and said, oh no, now you'll get new stuff every, you know, 15 to 20 minutes as long as you're playing the game. And that was a blatant lie, because I've now played the game for over 6 hours, and all I've unlocked are 2 of the 4 Mario worlds, and 2 different areas, the overworld and underground. I still don't have the water, I don't have anything like the sky worlds, and I know there's more levels per different, the different games that are not unlocked yet. So, I have no idea, I really have no idea, how to unlock everything, and it seems like that is kind of a confusing thing. Some people have been playing the game and are unlocking stuff like crazy, and other people are playing it and no, it's not unlocking, and so there's a little confusion there. But if that's my only complaint. That's really my only complaint about the game. Everything else is outstanding. You know, the production value, you can tell they put a lot of work into it. You know, making the Mario levels, and you know, I'm having fun playing through. I did the 100 Mario challenges back on Monday, and boy, they were challenging, because they are user-created levels, and those people really tried to make some of that stuff pretty sadistic, in my opinion, but it was pretty fun, too. So, the one thing I haven't gotten to do yet is play levels that have been submitted by viewers. In fact, all week, starting on Sunday, when I announced this in the weekend preview that I'd be playing more Mario Maker this week, I've been getting emails from people sending me their user-created levels that they want me to try. So, today that's what I'm focusing on. Today's gameplay stream of Super Mario Maker will not really be creation, alright? It's going to be me playing user-created levels. Although, initially when I do boot the game, I'll probably check and see what's new that's unlocked. But outside of that, I'm going to be doing all user-created levels. And, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Now, keep in mind, alright, keep in mind, I'm sure some of these levels are going to be purposely difficult to be, you know, super dickish. Other levels may have fan content, and other levels may be hater stuff. I don't know, because there's no way to tell when someone sends me an email with a code and says, try out my level. It could say, you know, fuck Phil's hairy ass or something in the level. And there's no way to tell what it's going to say. I think it's going to be a fun, random-ass stream, in my opinion. And, you know, if there is negative shit, there's negative stuff. But I'm sure there's going to be positive stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of fun no matter what happens. So, I'm pretty excited for today's stream. And I hope you are too. I hope that you are looking forward to it. It would be around 2.5 to 3 hours of Super Mario Maker today, FYI. And as usual, yes, I'll be recording. All this will be uploaded to DSPGaming immediately following the stream. All put into the same playlist, by the way. I figured it makes more sense for me to just keep putting stuff in the same playlist than make multiple playlists for the same game and make it confusing. Later tonight, I'll be playing more Mad Max. Okay. Tomorrow will be the return of Metal Gear Solid 5. I know there's a a rabid group of viewers who are like, more Metal Gear, more Metal Gear. And I understand why. You know, Metal Gear Solid, one of the biggest fan-followed gaming series of all time. And there's many hardcore fans of the game who want to see me progress. You know, I think for many people, my Metal Gear Solid 5 playthrough has been quite surprising at this point because I've done pretty well in a lot of the missions. Although, admittedly, there's been some missions that have been utter failures, but the fact that I'm progressing through the game as I am, I'm getting S ranks and A ranks on certain missions that some people are saying were actually quite difficult for them when they played them the first time. I'm enjoying the game a lot, and I'm looking forward to more of that tomorrow. Starting Chapter 2, by the way. I completed Chapter 1 of Metal Gear Solid 5 yesterday. And then tomorrow night will be my podcast, Hate Live. And more and more stuff keeps happening that's newsworthy for me to talk about on Hate Live. We've got all kinds of news, including Nintendo, and their change of management shift due to the passing of Mr. Iwata, and some of the things that the new CEO has said in the past that people are kind of feeling interested in. We've got all kinds of news in regards to copyrights, YouTube. We've got DLC announcements, new games being announced by Capcom that have huge controversial stuff. We're going to have tons of gaming news to talk about. Plus, I'll be recapping all the games and stuff that I've been involved in the past few weeks and talking a little bit about the games I'm looking forward to coming up. It's going to be a great podcast. I hope you'll join me for that. The first one in over a month. That's going to be tomorrow night on my second stream, which starts at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? So what else? Outside of all that, not a heck of a lot. I don't have too much to talk about on pre-stream. I'm going to end it relatively quickly here. I'm kind of stuck in a weird weather situation where it's actually around the 70s, 70 degrees Fahrenheit here in Washington, which means that it's actually nice everywhere in my house except for my office. Because what happens is the sun beats down on the front of the house during the daytime, and it heats the office up about 25 degrees while the sun is out. So right now, even though it's like 70 degrees outside, it's like 90-something degrees in the office. And so I have the air conditioner on now, but the air conditioner makes the office cool down to like 70 degrees, which is actually kind of cold. So then I turn off the air conditioner, and then it gets hot again, and then it gets cold. You know, I'll go back and forth. So I got the air conditioner on now. I'll probably turn it off as I start to play, but I might have to turn it on again later. We'll have to see. But it's a little weird, but I'm happy that the summer weather is kind of over. Even though I am a fan of, you know, nice weather, the heat here makes the office unbearable. So here I am, you know, every day trying to work, trying to stream, and bring you new fun content, and I'm sweating my balls off. This year, at least I had the air conditioner, which was good, but, you know, running the AC all day is obviously not a good thing to do either. It's expensive. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully the air conditioner doesn't affect the stream at all, because people this year have said they don't really hear it, which is a first. Every single year I've had air conditioning, you know, running, and it's always been an issue. This year, apparently because of the soundproofing that I've done to my office, shout out to the patrons who made that possible this year with their funding, but it sounds like it doesn't affect anything. People are saying we don't really hear it, and that you know, my commentary on the game sounds great. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, the only other thing that I'll say, and then we'll get started. Like I said, I really don't have a lot to talk about on pre-stream today. Is FYI, my Patreon has been updated for the month of September. And, first of all, if you were an August patron, I've been receiving your messages all week, and I'm going to be working on getting you your perks this Friday, whether it's a t-shirt, whether it's a private Q&A video, whether it's upgrading on the forums. I'm going to work on all that this Friday. So, as of this Friday night, everything will be submitted, and then hopefully within, you know, a couple days, especially if you're waiting for a forum upgrade, you'll be good to go. Right now on the forums, patrons are actually nominating games that I'll be playing in the Indie Games Mini Marathon at the end of this month or early October. Right now it's looking more like it might be October 2nd, but I don't want to promise anything until we actually get to them. We'll see. It might actually end up being a little earlier than that, maybe the final week of September. It depends on scheduling of new releases and stuff, but that's going to be fun. And so the patrons are currently nominating that. For patrons this month, if you do pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil in the next couple of weeks, $5 or more pledge will get you the ability to nominate and vote on what games I'll be playing in a horror marathon on Halloween. On October 31st, I'll be doing a marathon of Halloween-themed stuff. It might be one game that I just play all day, or it could be a bunch of horror-themed games that maybe aren't as long. It's all going to depend on what the patrons nominate and vote on. And so that's going to be pretty sweet. It's going to be pretty sweet for me to finally be doing a Halloween special for the first time in years. I used to do one every year, and in the past few years, it's been so busy around Halloween time with new releases that I really just haven't had a chance to do one. So this year will be an exception. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it as well. And it should be good. So, patreon.com/darksidephil. Please consider pledging. Of course, you also get personal perks as well, such as either text or verbal shout-outs and thank yous, t-shirts, getting your questions answered on Ask the King, private Q&A videos, being a part of upcoming projects like my Thanksgiving gameplay special or my Christmas holiday special. We'll see, okay? But it's going to be great, and I hope that you will consider pledging. Especially if you're watching the streams daily, you're liking the content, you want to see me continue to be able to do this on a daily basis, that is one way to go above and beyond just watching the content, okay? So that is it. Thank you, everyone, for being here on stream. Thanks for being patient. We're going to get started with Super Mario Maker user-created stages. I'm excited. I hope you are, too. Thanks for being here. Right now, I'm going to actually turn off the AC. Make a little less noise here. And we're going to begin. Thanks a lot. Here we go.